Hello, David. Just left American Harley-Davidson in Leominster, Mass. This is one of the last of the old school dealerships. You'll see in the still pictures that it looks like an old place, and the reason being, it is. When Harley-Davidson started forcing dealers to build these crazy multi-million-dollar places, these guys stood their ground, pushed back, and they're very glad they did, because they have no debt. And they've got a building now that is, again, the appropriate size for the business that is available. You know, that might not have been the case in the 90s for a short period of time, but that obviously changed. So it's old school. One of the guys I ran into, Steve, he's a salesman on the floor. I knew him from another dealership called the Freedom Center in Billerica, Mass, which is now High Octane Harley-Davidson. And he's been at it over 40 years. So I hadn't seen him in, God, since the 80s. So at any rate, we've got a good inside track on this place. A young kid that's working the parts counter by the name of Scooter, which I'll send you in the written part of this report, needs to get a dirt bike catalog sent to him. So if we could get that going, and if you can send me, you know, I guess I can go to the link and he can read it on the computer, but he requested a paper catalog. This is for his own personal stuff, so if we could send out a few of those to that dealership, attention Scooter, that would be good. And anyway, I went over the Apex deal, and I'll tell you what, all the guys on the sales floor came over, all the parts guys and the parts manager, which his name is John. I had about 8 people there for the entire presentation, and they were all very, very impressed. And all the parts guys said that they'll try to push it, and John, the parts manager, shook his head in the affirmative. In other words, he blessed it. Yeah, we like the look of that stuff. Go ahead and push it, boys. So that's a good thing. And again, old school. The people that go to this place, they do their own work, a lot of them. You know, it's not the typical contemporary bikers, shall we say. You know, it's people like me that have been at it for 40 or 50 years that are still in it and go there because they've been going there for 40 years. So, you know, you've got a captive audience, especially when they see an old guy like me come in that's just as old as them. They say, hey, you know, and I tell them, hey, I was retired. Bob Brigham called me. I said, if it's American made, I'll sell it. And if I like the look of it, I'll sell it. And I said, here I am. What do you think? And they're like, ooh, yeah, okay. So that's the story of life at American Harley-Davidson. I'll talk to you soon, and I appreciate everything.